So I was working at the theater on a Thursday night, like I normally do, getting the movie ready for the weekend. And it had been a particularly rainy day that day, so I thought it might be a good idea to go into the apartment, check the buckets that are catching the water from the leaks on the roof to make sure none of them needed to be emptied or anything like that. So I got the equipment up and running, and while it was doing its thing, I decided I'd head into the apartment, so I popped the lock between the apartment and the projection booth, and I went down the hallway. And as I was heading down the hallway, I could hear this kind of strange humming noise, and I thought it was coming from maybe the apartment, but I thought, well, it could have been the office downstairs, but I kept going anyway, and when I got into the apartment, it was obviously coming from the apartment somewhere. So I kept going through, and I got to the kind of back corner where the bathroom area used to be, and there was this, it sounded like, you know, that electrical kind of hum that you hear like off of the transformers on the power poles and things like that. Was that kind of an electrical sounding hum? And I thought, well, I hope there's not something wrong with the electrical, but there's no electrical wiring or anything in that portion of the apartment or the building. And as I was approaching the doorway, kind of heading into that part of the apartment, I kind of stopped, and the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and suddenly I could feel like what felt like two hands just on either of my shoulders and give me a shove forward. And I turned around really quick to see what it was, and there was nothing there, but I was now facing kind of out towards the windows, on the second story windows on the Grand Avenue, and the light was coming in, and I saw a face in the window. It was a woman's face, and I stared at it for like 1, 2, 3, and then I blinked, and when I blinked, the face was gone.